Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A.
What is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Nightcap. We're doing this every Monday through Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're trying to give you some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis that you can actually use. Man, we got all kinds of stuff to talk about today, and we actually have a special guest, and it is working. Let's go. So we're bringing on Trade Intuition as well as we got one of the busiest guys in crypto. You know him. He's our co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, Detroit's own FD White. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Joe, what's up, man? T.I. Joe.
What's going on?
How you doing, man?
What's going on, buddy? Doing good, doing good. Just in the charts all day. I love it.
That's it, man. That's it. So are you full-time crypto?
Yes.
Nice, man. You're where I
full-time
want to
crypto
be.
for a few years now.
Where I want to be. And FD, you're pretty much full-time too, huh?
I'm full-time dad, part-time crypto, man.
Look at you. I'm jealous of that, actually. That's the jam right there, man. I need to get on that level.
Man.
I need to get on that level.
I'm tired, man. I'm
grinding too much, man. Too much. I tell people I'm tired of being tired. That's where I'm at. So, all right, man. Yesterday was amazing. Thank you. Shout out to everyone that was there yesterday. Crypto Billy, very, very generous. It was an amazing night, and truly appreciate it. We are humbled by just the generosity last night from everyone. That was super cool. Super cool. But let's get some shout outs. Let's say what's up to everybody in the chat here. We got Mr. J up in the house, my dude, Al Jr. He said he'll be back. Guess what? Let me see. Are you back, Al? Are you back? He's back. Let's go. What's up, Al? How you doing, man? Hope all is well. Username was in the chat. We were mixing it up a little bit earlier. He's tired of talking to me. It looks like he never came back. So we're going to have to talk a little smack when he does. You know the drill. Indie Rock Crypto's in the house. He said, what's up? How you doing, bro? Buck's in there doing the ops check. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why everything's working and we're on time. I was early, baby. I was praying. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a crapshoot every time we have a guest come on. It's like, come on, please work. It worked. So let's go. I'm happy about that. All right, scrolling down a little bit. We got Crypto Mar in here. All sets in the house. Max H. Nightcap, here we go. Let's go, my man. Wick's wife, Fine 89, our newest moderator. How you doing, lady? Hope all is well. Eric Wallin, Harps in the house. Mike Play with a let's go. Army Piper, what's up, my dude? Talking to him a little bit earlier. Red Man, how you doing? Hola, fam. Hope all is well. Maybay Band-Aid, Inside Day Boys. All right, right on. Whoa, Wick 589. Hey, handsome. You know who you are. Who are you talking about? Yeah, I want to know. Who are you talking about? All right. Hold on. I just saw, man, this whole chat just jumped on me. You hit the under. You lost. Yeah, I took the over on us being late. I thought we would be, but we did it. We did it, man. I'm super excited. Alexandra G, best mod in the house. How you doing? Let's see those emojis. You know it. The mod queen. See who else we got. I think I shouted out Mike Play already. Going down the chat. You guys are blowing it up, man. Y'all are awesome. Rolling. Of course, Joe's in there. He's dropping some emojis too. He's part of the fun. He's usually in the chat. Now he's on camera. Let's go. Joe, my man. How you doing? How is everything going in your trading world right now? Anything you looking at? Anything you got going on in terms of trades? What's up, man? What are you thinking?
Man, I'm just waiting for Bitcoin to come down. But
Me too.
I'm doing all right. Of course, group's doing all right. We're in some trades. I just entered Turbo short right now. Let's see if it plays out. I'm kind of front running the break of the 4-hour low. But yeah, we're in a couple trades, some long, some short. And it's just kind of tipsy-toppy. You know, we don't know what Bitcoin's going to do. So just kind of level by level.
Right on. Oh, FD, what's up, man? You got anything going on today?
No, not too much, man. Just trying to maintain, man. And you know, Bitcoin is looking a little toppy. I'm looking at it right now. We will get into it, but you know, I still think we got more upside. You know, longer, shorter term, but you know, in the next few days, we'll have to see how this weekend shapes out.
Yeah, man. I mean, trends within trends, right? I mean, that's the thing that you're going to see quite a bit. And I've told you guys, I think the overall trend is still bullish, like that I'm not going to deny. But there's like these intermediate trend, and then there's like the short-term trend. The short-term trend, it looks like we are starting reversal. That kind of intermediate trend actually is still down and right until we break that series of lower highs. Until we see that, then, you know, then we flip both the short and the medium, and we kind of align with that bigger trend that we're seeing, which, you know, I've been talking about that channel for months, so I'm not going to bore you guys with that anymore. But, you know, again, it's always a game that you're playing. You know, just finding those trends. And, you know, the trend is your friend till the end. I'm very big on that. You guys can see kind of how my trading strategy was in terms of buying, you know, that low of like 50K, riding that thing up, riding that trend up, baby. Once we hit the top side of the trend that I saw was going down, and there was an intersection, and we'll look at that on the charts, I was like, yeah, I think it's time. Let's go ahead and take profits. Let's be with conservative here. And then if it breaks out of that, then guess what? We can get back in. So all good. Clay the Great, Hootie Hoo, what's up, dude? How you doing? Crypto Pollo, cluck, my fam, how you doing? DS Flat, how you doing, man? Just want to give you some quick shout outs there before we start getting into the news here. So first up on the news, let's go ahead and bring that up. Let's make sure that I actually bring up the right screen. So hope for the best here. Let's see if I got it. Boom. All right, sweet. Just in, Venmo's 60 million US users can now buy crypto using MoonPay. This is pretty big. I think this is definitely bullish. This just adds to the adoption. Dude, can you imagine? Like, I know you guys have been in crypto like for at least a couple of years. Could you imagine if this news came out like 2-3 years ago, what that would have done to the market in a single day? Do you remember like the $10,000 wick days? Like, this would have done it. Because it was like any piece of like good news or like crazy FUD was like making the movement. Just crazy wicks. But yeah, man, I mean, this is just adding to it, man. I think it is official. This is why I'm so bullish on crypto right now, especially Bitcoin. But like, this is solidifying, right? Like, we can use it. It's now having a real world use case, and that to provide utility, like where you're actually able to use it for transactions. Like, hey, okay, now we're talking, right? We got institutions in. We're starting to get some regulations. At least they're still kind of working through that. And depending on who gets in president, like, we could have it as a national reserve too. So, I mean, that is why like my sentiment long term is still very, very bullish on crypto. What do you guys think, man? You think what do you think of this article here? You think it's bullish? Don't care? What's up? You might use it. I might use it actually.
Yeah, I'll let Joe go first. He's a guest, man. I'll let him go first.
Yeah. I think it's very bullish, but all this news that we're getting it's very important for the crypto space. And of course, we're seeing this more and more, whether it's from Super Bowl ads, just commercials in general, any kind of just anything where the consumers or potential consumers can view this. We have it UFC, we have F1 racing, we have just everywhere. We have stadium, a stadium. The more eyes that we get on crypto, the easier it's going to be to bring in more money. And now, especially with the elections, where crypto's in their mouth and they're talking about crypto, so now it's not something that is kind of like shunned upon. Now it's more accepted, or at least it's on its way to get more accepted. Because before, a couple years ago, you talked about crypto, it's like, no, that's bad stuff. Now it's like, okay, yeah, I think I heard so and so talk about it, and it's in the news. So it's a step forward every day. So.
Yeah, absolutely. FD, what you got, bro?
Yeah, I mean, we get news, all the time, like these, like these news articles, well, like this specific one coming out, and it's just a long line of different platforms and different entities that have been stapled into the community, adopting. So I think in the long term it's good, and even if we still go out, like nobody's outside of our echo chamber, nobody's talking about crypto, nobody knows that Venmo just did, nobody knows like PayPal's doing this, nobody knows. Like we're in our tight knit community as crypto degens, and we know these things are bullish. So this means that we're still early. Like a lot of, like it's been what 12, 13, 14 years, but we're getting things like this. It's being legitimized, and that's the number one thing, or that has to happen first. And then we'll just make baby steps as we go along. We're just still in growing pains. We're like a teenager, man. So we're not even in adulthood yet when it comes to the crypto market. So these things are just going to happen with time, and we're early. We just got to be positioned the right way with the ones that's going to last and stand the test of times.
Yeah, absolutely. Right on. A couple more shout outs. I'm seeing some people in the chat here. Army Piper, he said he don't care. Man, it is a slow news week. Username, you're not wrong, man. Dave P, what's up? How you doing? And the man, the myth, the legend, the goat himself, Crypto Billy, is in the house. We definitely were expressing some very much gratitude for you yesterday, man. What you did was amazing, super generous, and I can't thank you enough, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, like I had a moment there, like, because I've been doing content creation I think for a year and a half, maybe 2 years at this point, and like that was like the first time where like I was like, all right, hold on, let me hold it. Yep, all right. Like I had that moment of just like, man, it was so cool, man. It was just like I've been doing this, I've been grinding for a long time, and it was like somebody like like was just so generous, and I was just, man, I was talking to my wife about it today. It was it hit home, Billy.
Yeah, man,
it hit home.
True, man. It's probably about my second or third, like in there, but they all been within this community. Like me and Piper had some things that we had in the back end where he made me like do that, and then Billy, a couple other people, but it was definitely one of the things that is most of it is a part of this community. So I'm definitely appreciative of being here and the opportunity.
Absolutely. All right, let's get back to our slow news, as username said, and let's get into the next one. Bank of America warns gold is final safe haven as U.S. national debt rises. So, all right, that to me kind of indicates that there could be some yuckiness in the future if they're saying gold is a safe haven. And what do you see too a lot of times with gold when there is instability with the economy, instability in the world in terms of, conflict and things of that nature? You see that rotation into gold because it is seen as a safe haven. It is seen as like a tangible asset, right? You got to think back to kind of where we came from. Like we used to hunt, gather, and as we kind of matured in society, we started trading a lot, but it was always tangible assets. And so people default back to that when things get weird because you're not going to trade things that really don't have any tangible, like you can touch it, value. So I think that's why there's that kind of natural like fallback option to gold. However, I don't know what investment that is in gold, because do you actually have the gold? Like, are you just invested in the gold that somebody else is holding and you don't actually have it, So who knows, man? But I would argue too that Bitcoin is starting to be, that safe haven as well. I think there's opportunity there that, it should not theoretically lose its value. A Bitcoin's going to be a Bitcoin. And, as long as there's a digital aspect where like you can trade, digitally, if they knock out the whole power grid, then we got other issues, man. We're going to have a whole nother other conversation going on here. But, if it gets that weird, then you better have a gun. Stop worrying about gold. But I don't know, man. What do you guys think? What do you think about that?
Yeah, man. You know what? You bring a good point. Like a lot of people, that's one of their big arguments about crypto, about Bitcoin. They're like, well, what if the internet shuts off? I'm like, if the internet shuts off, then you can't access your money. The money is just numbers in the screen anyway. It's the same exact thing for the most part. Our money is not, these dollars are just a representation of, the money. So the reason we don't have like physical, you can't like break down sats into like physical things because it's like unlimited. It could just be unlimited, but it's like kind of like the same concept, except it's Bitcoin is backed by math and algorithm and protocol, things like that. But I don't like all these things that they say about that's going to happen with Bitcoin or the dollar. I think the dollar is just, this is why I'm so heavy into investing. So my whole big thing is investing. I'm in like FD White Invest. I come on YouTube and I talk about crypto for the most part, but in my real outside life, I'm more so talking about investing. And crypto is my main subject that I talk about, but I talk about investing in other assets as well, because the dollar is going so they have two things to choose. They can choose more inflation or they can choose deflation. And I don't think they're going to choose deflation, not with this house of cards, because it's built on debt, it's built on inflation. So, if they start getting deflation, then, the whole system might collapse for real. So they'll just pick, debasing the currency, and our assets will inflate too. So it's a catch-22. That's why we're trying to tell our friends and family that, inflation, we don't like inflation, but we'll welcome it because it's just going to inflate our bags. But we want you on this side of the spectrum too.
Right on.
Yeah, in reference to gold, can you imagine, and I'm going to say maybe 15 years, I want to shoot for 10, but 10, 15 years, when the economy starts going down, and instead of people, in the news, whether it's banks or just, financial institutions talking about, or shows talking about, gold being the go-to, in 10, 15 years, more than likely it's going to be Bitcoin. So that to me, I'm excited for that.
Right on. All right.
I got one more thing to say about gold though. Like I like gold. Like I've been
who
talking
doesn't?
about gold. Yeah, I've been talking about gold. I knew you was gonna play that. So I've been talking about gold, man, way before I was full time going into like crypto content creating. I was on Instagram, I was on Facebook, telling everybody buy gold, buy silver, buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum. This is when we were at like lows and lows and lows. So now gold is going to continue to go up, but when it comes to like a median of exchange and things like that, it's I don't think it can be used like that. Bitcoin has a lot of better properties, just not physical. People can't wrap their head around this concept right now, so they'll have to, because AI is coming, blockchain is coming, everything is coming, the world is changing. You're not even going to be carrying money soon. It's just going to be like the phone, QR codes and things like that. So I think it'll just, with the newer generation starting to come up, like my kids, they're probably going to be, they're not even going to want to touch a dollar. They're going to just want all digital payment system, and I think Bitcoin, will be leading the way.
That's, man. I'm interested to see what it's gonna be like in 10 years, man. That's a
Yeah, I don't
kind of
even
cool
like
point. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about
Yeah, I
that.
don't
Kids
even
would be
like
asking
money.
for.
I don't. Yeah, they ask for cards. Like they don't care about. I'm like, you want $25? They're like, no, I want a Robux card, or I want Robux money, digital money. I'm like, here we go.
And that's where I think that the sneaky like play for crypto is when they start getting, and they're the currency for these games. So not only can you use it outside in the real world, but you can also use it in the game. I think that's going to be the sneaky play for cryptos. And that was I've been talking about that for years. Since I've been talking about crypto, is like, I thought that was going to be its first real like utility, was going to be inside of games.
Yeah, I just talked about that yesterday with that off the grid game. Is and then I talked about Illuvium, how these games are going to start incorporating these different, or their different native cryptocurrencies to their specific chains, and you have to use that in order to buy games. So, or to buy skins, to buy different things in the game. So I think it's going to be one of the things with the newer generation coming up. That's what they're going to be used to, and it's just going to correlate to when they get to adulthood.
Yeah, right on. All right, y'all know what time it is. We got to bring up our fourth guest tonight. You know the deal, Mr. Elmer Flood. All right, China is in a debt bubble. China's debt to GDP ratio hit a jaw-dropping 366% in Q1 2024, a new all-time high. Since the 2008 financial crisis, the ratio has doubled. To put this differently, for 1 unit of GDP, the Chinese economy has produced 3.66 units of debt burden. Welcome to America. So, looks like they are following suit here, taking that debt-based economy. Good luck to you. You should probably be able to learn from us, but maybe not. But the interesting thing is, it seems like there is like almost like this lag between us and China. I know that we're definitely, our economies are definitely tight and kind of correlated, we'll say. But it seems like theirs is lagging a little bit. But the real estate market got smacked. Like, I don't know if you guys are watching that. Like, one of their big like investing, like what most people do when they invest there is real estate. Like, that's their big investment. Like, that's where they turn it. Like, it was just a bunch of unfinished real estate. Like, it was just not getting complete, and people were like paying for it. And then like these companies were just stopping. The construction companies were like, "Yep, we're done. We're not building the rest of it." And like people are out. Like, it's crazy some of the stuff that was going on in China. You don't hear about a lot of it here in the States, but yeah, I mean, it's something to keep an eye on, right? So their economy is not looking great, and so because of the correlation between ours and theirs, I just expect that, at some point that is going to have, an impact on us. So just throwing that one out there.
Yeah, I think so too. I think what you were talking about with the real estate, it was. I remember like a couple years ago, everybody thought China was going to fall because real estate is such a big part of their GDP, and it was a company called like Evergrande or Evergrande or
Mm-hmm.
something like that
Yep.
that started to like default on a lot of their loans and whatnot. But as long as the governments and as long as these central banks have unlimited firepower to just start pumping unlimited money into the
I
system,
was
like
just
they
gonna
don't
say
care
that.
because number one, they know what they're doing. They these are economists. These are some of the best economists that went to the best schools. So they know what they're doing. So as they're pumping out more liquidity, as they're pumping out more dollars, what do you think they're at? What do you think what they're doing? They're positioning assets because they know that this is going to debase the currency. This is going to do what it do. They come out and they talk about all this thing, how they're saving it. But I think on the back end, they know they have all these assets. They're probably buying gold. That's why the gold has been going up so much because central banks have been buying it. If you look at it, you see central banks have been buying gold at an unprecedented pace. So now they're coming out with these stimulus packages. They're coming out with all this liquidity, and it's just fake money going into the system. And we're next. And this is what I'm looking forward to. The short term, we can do our trades. We can talk about crypto going up. We can talk about crypto going down. But in the long run, this is the point that I try to drill home, is that it's only one way out. It was two ways, but they're not going to take the other way. They're going to take the way that we know they're going to take, and it's going to be quantitative easing, but it won't be called that. They'll come up with a new phrase.
Yeah, right on. Got a special guest in the chat right now. Tom Crown's in here. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you. He looks like he's here for T.I. Joe, baby, Trade Intuition. So awesome,
Nice.
dude. That's quite cool, man. I met him down in Nashville. Good peoples. Definitely would like to work with him some more. So shout out to Tom, and go check out his channel as well. We'll go ahead and pull that up right now so you can see it, because he has done that for me before, which was much appreciated. So let's do that in return. There we go. Let me see if I got that.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yes. And you know what, man? Shout out. We've spoken a couple times, maybe on X here and there, but Tom Crown, he has a playlist of things like shorter videos that I've watched, even as a trader or seasoned, quotation marks trader. He has like a playlist of things. He goes over these different strategies, goes over these different TA metrics, goes over just all around TA, and it's amazing, easy to understand, easy to digest. He's a wizard when it comes to that, man. So shout out to Tom Crown, man. He's been grinding. I seen his come up. He just, I think, hit 100,000 not too long ago, man. So
He's
like
at
I said, shout out to
132
Tom
now.
Crown.
He is rolling,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
Killing
He's
it.
gonna
Killing
see,
it.
see you at 1 million, Tom. So
Yeah, he's getting
appreciate
the
you stopping
10,000
by.
by my 1 or 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I go. Yeah, man.
He's-
But when you put the work in and you stay consistent and your content is like that, then that's what happens.
Yeah, well, he's those videos he does with Chirpow, man. Those take off, man.
Fine.
Whenever he's talking, yeah. So shout out though, man. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. It is time to go ahead and start getting into the market update here, and let's get that party started. Let's go. Let's see here. Boom. All right. First up, we got the economic calendar. Today, we had retail sales month over month. They came out at 0.4, which is better than forecast. Tomorrow is going to be building permits. And then next week, you're going to have durable goods month over month, as well as JOLTS job openings. So again, if you want to get the alpha and all this, go ahead, tune into the morning show. Piper does a great job about breaking those down. So that goes at 09:30 in the mornings, 09:30 Eastern. So check that out. But I do like to at least talk to them just so you guys know what's coming down the pipe, because it does create volatility in the market. Definitely should be something that you guys are always tracking and just keep it in your scope, right? Keep it in your scope just so you know why the market may move one way or another, especially if the numbers come out, a little bit more or less than expected. So over to the total market cap, we're sitting at 2.3 trillion. That is a decrease of 0.75%. 24-hour trading volume is currently sitting at 72.57 billion. That is a decrease of 12.58%. Bitcoin dominance currently at 57.73%. That is an increase of 0.15% over the last day. And fear and greed index is currently sitting at 58, which is neutral. Let's see. Let's go over the crypto bubbles. We'll take a look at some of the big movers. Yeah, got Popcat up there. I know FD White is happy about that, 9.2%. And we got Doge at 7.3%. Phantom at 6.2%. Everything else, not too crazy. Litecoin sitting at 3.6%. Big movers in a negative direction. You got Athena at 8.2%. I think that might be the biggest mover. Actually, Bonk is at 8.3%. Don't like seeing that. I do have a little bit of Bonk. What else you got? Hex down 7.1%. I do like to see that. Sorry if you guys hold that. Just not a big fan. Everything else about 5% and below. So a lot of red on the board right now. There probably is a little bit of pullback would be my guess just by this. Have to look at the charts here in a moment. All right, liquidation heat map. I do want to talk about this. All right, so there is a hot spot that is building up. You can see it on the 3-day, but this is on the weekly. So not only is it on the 3-day, but you are getting a hot spot here at about 64,700, between 64.7 and 64.5. All right, so what we want to do is go over to the charts. Give me 1 second here because I got sidetracked. So 67,195. What do we say it was? 64.7, 64.6. Let's go over to the chart now and take a look-see at that. If it wants to load, which it does not. There we go. You can do it. TradingView. Got faith in you. All right. So 64, I said 64.7. So just taking a look at that. Yeah, I mean, that would make a lot of sense, right? So if we got a little bit of a pullback, and this is kind of, I was talking about this yesterday, pulling down to this 0.5. You got a lot of confluence in this area. All right, so not only would you grab that liquidity on the way down, the big driving factor for me, right? I think that price action a lot of times is driven by liquidity. You come over to the charts, let's see how it all lines up. I think that makes a lot of sense. If you were to get a pullback, clears that liquidity, comes down 0.5. You also have the 200 SMA on the daily, which is a significant area. Keep that in mind. It was significant on the way up, right? We got rejected a couple times before we ultimately break through. Look at the big move that you have once it really broke through. Broke through with conviction. But you also have the point control for the entire range. Okay, you have the entire range. So, and that goes back to February. So a lot of confluence here in this area. I think it's very logical or reasonable to think that we could get a pullback, clear out liquidity, have a bounce at about the 0.5 or somewhere over where the 200 SMA is, somewhere around 63.6 and maybe down. You got a little bit of a range there, but that's where I would be more interested in looking at potential long position currently. So not too worried about anything in the middle there. That's kind of where I'm focusing at. So I mean, look at everything, how it's kind of starting to line up too. Even the dynamic reactor, that's starting to move up. Your 50-day SMA is starting to move up. Like you might even get a 50 and a 200 cross here probably in the near future. I mean, it might be a couple weeks out or so, but I mean, then just prep yourselves for that because every YouTuber and their mother is going to be talking about a golden cross. So just be ready for that. Understand that a lot of times it's lagging. So like you get that cross and look, you already see that a lot of the move has been made. Do not be surprised that that's the case again, right? So that being said, coming down to the prime oscillator here, you do see that that's starting to work its way back over on the daily. Let's look at the 4-hour real quick, and more so not to look at the price action, but to look at the oscillator. I want to see what that's doing. So you did see here where we got to the top part. I was talking about this area. That's kind of where I exited my trade. Not kind of. That is where I exited my trade. You did get some bearish divergence up there. But it's just working its way back down. There's nothing too crazy going on right here. Having the opportunity to reset. So what you could end up seeing on the daily, because it's starting to work its way down, is, let me draw something for you here. You can see something like this, all right? As the price works down to the 0.5, where it starts to bend back up like that, all right? That's what you want to see, because then you're seeing a trend up and right, and then you're seeing a nice structure for price action as well, right? Nice little come up, cool down, works its way up, cool down. This is meh, but then right here, this is what you like to see, right? So works its way up, and then hopefully you see a cool down. I won't say hopefully. It's what I anticipate on seeing, is a little cool down, come back down, clear out liquidity, and then make its move up. So really, really big on clearing out the liquidity. Some of your numbers up here, you're looking at top side about 68 to 68.3. That's where I exited. I think it was a 68 to 56 or something like that is where I exited. And that's really based on the confluence that I had up here, right? So we had a long-standing kind of trend line that goes back really to when this range started. This is actually where you had resistance, like before it made its move up on this candle right here. Nothing too crazy, but you can see that's where it starts. And then support, resistance, support before a breakdown. So one of the things that I always look for when I'm trying to identify an area, trend line, or something of price action is I want to see a big move up or a big move down off of that area, right? So you're getting that here. You got a big breakdown with a retest, kept underneath of it, tried to get up, couldn't, and then breaks down again. So that lets me know that this area right here, this trend line, is pretty significant. All right, multiple retests, and then it keeps getting rejected. So that for me, it was kind of why I was like, hey, I got confluence here between the lower highs, series of lower highs, and then this trend line right here, it's crossing. I was like, I'm just going to be conservative, right? Because I entered at 50K, I take profits, I walk away, I wait for the next setup. But I think this could be an opportunity based on some of the confluence here. And again, that number is going to be at about 63.6. So we'll kind of reevaluate. Again, I'm very, very big on letting the price action come to me. I don't like to chase. I just like to wait for it to come to me. So what happens if it doesn't? What if it continues up and right? Well, that's cool. I mean, I'm not upset about that either, right? If you guys are holding, then props to you guys. And I hope it keeps going up, to be honest with you. But I would look for something where it breaks these kind of key areas of resistance, right? You got the 2021 high. You got the value area high for the entire range. That's what this gray line is. All right. So you got resistance up here, not to mention that you've already got rejected. But there's too much going on right here. This is not anywhere where I would want to enter as a swing trader, personally. I'm going to wait for price action, get over top of that. And then I would like to see a retest before, I think we're going to go retest all-time highs. Now, that being said, if we get through all of this junk, you could get a quick move up, but I don't know that you're going to break all-time highs like with conviction. I think you're probably going to have to retest it a couple times before you see that move through. Just my personal opinion, it's kind of like 69K. I shorted that. When we got up to 69K, we were all celebrating. We were like, yeah, back to all-time high. And I was like, is anyone else shorting? Because I'm going to short this. And it pulled back, what, like, I don't know, 15, 20%? So I'll probably do the same thing at the all-time high for no better reason than just because it's at the all-time high. So that's a couple things I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Joe, the man, the myth, the legend, bruh. I'm going to pass it over to you. I know everybody's eager to see some of your TA. Let's get it, man.
Awesome, man. Yeah, so based off of the heat map that you just did, it was at 64.7, and that's right at the top of the daily fair value gap. So this is my thought process of what might happen. It's on the daily time frame. Right now, we're at the very top. Well, we're at a top. And I think that, of course, price is going to come down. And if it does, it's going to come into this daily fair value gap and also tap more than likely the 4-hour fair value gap, come up. And then people are going to start thinking that possibly, we're going to 100,000 or 150,000 at this moment, but it's going to liquidate people because I'm pretty sure it's going to come down again. Maybe if it breaks the 4-hour low, which is strong at the moment, more than likely come down to the daily order block. And this is a really nice daily order block too. And then this right here is going to be the determining factor for me, right at 58.8. If we see a bounce then we could start making it our way up. But I'm really, man, like I wanted to go down, then I don't, because I'm so ready to be, in green longs as opposed to shorts. I mean, I like doing shorts too, but I prefer longs because it's a little easier. But if we do break 58.8, our next strong level is of course 49, and we may continue the downtrend because we've been in this downtrend. This is our internal structure. We've been in the downtrend for forever already. And of course, everybody knows the levels, 40, 43, around here, 44, 40, where we might find support, but it's all level by level. I'm really hoping that we do find support though at this daily level and then start coming up, and potentially now we can, break our levels. And I agree completely too. Once we come up here to our weekly high or around 70, give or take, that price will come down because there's going to be a lot of sell orders. You got sell orders at 70, you have sell orders at 71, sell orders at 72, all the way to the top. And people are going to get really FOMO-y, but market makers are going to just bring it down, just get that liquidity to bring it back up, to bring it back down again, and then now it's ready. So that's my thought process on this.
Right on, man. All right, let's pass it over to FD. Joe, if you want to work something else in the background, and then we'll kind of just do a little rotation here.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't really have too much. Like everything has been covered, but what Joe said, I don't know if he saw the show yesterday, but he said exactly, like almost to the T, what I said is going to happen probably
Are you
once we
serious? I
start
didn't see
to
the
get
show
up to.
yesterday. You busted me.
See, yeah, yeah. Well, you got okay. We got to get you. We're gonna get you, man. But what I was seeing or what I was thinking is gonna happen. Like hopefully, like I don't want to talk about the downside right now. I want to talk about the upside, and I want to see how this reacts if we do seem to break out. So I'm just gonna draw out a little scenario that Joe specifically basically just said, and I said this yesterday. We come up, hold this as support, and then we start testing this area here, at about 70, 71, 72. Everybody, like he said, everybody's gonna be getting FOMO. Everybody's gonna start opening these longs. Everybody gonna start, getting massive FOMO, getting greedy, and then boom, we just gonna probably get rejected hard, and then everybody's gonna get wrecked. We're gonna take all that liquidity up there, come back down. I'm probably gonna say right around, but maybe about 66, 65, 67K. Then we'll probably make our real move, going back to the top and breaking that all-time high and continue to go. So I do think the first move, if we will probably break all-time high just off of a emotional move, maybe get to like 73, 74, 75. But then I am possibly looking for a harsh rejection back down, to some macro support. And then we can continue up, blasting up, hopefully towards the 80s. And if we start to come down, like the market is we're going up, but it's not like super strong yet. It's not like it's not really powerful. This move is strong, but it's not really like that powerful. I've seen powerful crypto trends, powerful crypto with Bitcoin moves, and this one is gaining a little bit of steam, but it's not there yet. So I don't want to break some of these key levels because we need the sentiment, we need the speculation, and of course we need the liquidity to keep going up. So those are just some of the things that I'm looking at right now. So hopefully, we don't come back down to those low 60s, 50, higher 50 levels. And then we do have the election coming up, which we're going to keep talking about, which will be a catalyst. So hopefully we can be hovering around here when the election comes around. But I think going into the election, maybe a week or two, I think we'll get a huge pump up. Especially like we said, if somebody, is starting to take a bigger and bigger lead, obviously that's going to correlate to Bitcoin's price a little bit. So we'll be looking at that and just taking all of it in and, adding confluence to our trades and to our investment strategies.
Sweet. Let me see here. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna pull up. Kind of thinking about it. Maybe AVAX. I haven't looked at AVAX here in a minute. Do that. Actually, you know what? Doge. We were talking about Doge for a minute, sitting at 10 cents. And we were like, that's its happy place. Taking a long position might not be a bad idea. Let me see. And I drew that little... I just deleted the arrow that I pointed up. All right, cool. Let's do that. Looking at Doge, we are getting to a significant area of resistance here at about 13.6 cents. All right, you got a horizontal level of resistance. You did get over the 200 SMA on the daily. That is big. That is a big area, but you do have this, right? And the reason I'm concerned with this area at about 13.60, and you're going to have a little bit of a range, probably up to about 14 or so. And you're looking back left on the chart. All right, I'm really, really big on that. Like, where do we find like these ranges, right? There was a big range here. It went from February of 24 to about June of 24, and then it fell below and developed a new range. So we are now, what was support is now resistance. We need to break through that. All right, so this is not the position to go long. When it was down at 10 cents and it was hovering there forever, and you see strength with the RSI going up and right, we kept talking to you about it at 10 cents. We were talking and talking and talking about it. Was like, I don't know, man. It's holding. And you know, FD was kind of saying this. You know, people are gonna flow back into these legacy meme tokens, and sure enough, it is starting to happen. So let's go ahead and do just a measurement from 10. We'll take it. We'll even take it from the high side, 10.9. It's a 22% move. I mean, we were just talking about this. So here you go. Now you've worked your way up to the 200 SMA. All right, you got above that. Now we got to get over this. This is your next kind of line. All right, line in the sand right here is right around 13, 6, 14. All right, again, we're looking for the OC retest before we can look for that continuation up and right. So don't be surprised though if you see a little bit of a cool down here off that area. Let's go ahead and do a fib retracement. Let's try to get ahead of it. So sometimes I like to do this when you got time and you're trying to do a little bit of TA there. I just heard some craziness in the background.
Oh yeah,
there.
sorry, that was one of my alerts.
Time to buy, baby. Time to buy. Let's take this low. Let's take it off this one because that the higher high. Take it off this. Let's just go up to 13. So if we do get a pullback, oh, that could be dope. All right, so the dynamic reactor, we're gonna keep eye on that. And why? This is just like trying to get ahead, right? Trying to get ahead of it because we don't know that this is the actual pivot. We don't know that we can really take a fib retracement off of that. That's why I went up a little bit higher. But what I'm looking at is the dynamic reactor. The dynamic reactor has turned green. It's working its way up. So I'm trying to kind of guesstimate, right? We're trying to swag. Where's it going to be at if price were to pull back? Well, it's probably going to work up to the 0.5, which is a nice, area. Like when we're looking for continuation of price action, a lot of times 0.5 is a good place to get a bounce. So if dynamic reactor works its way up and it kind of, you see confluence with the 0.5, that would be an area to start looking at. And then of course you got the golden pocket right underneath that. But I think the dynamic reactor has been a very strong area of both support and resistance. Look for the climb up, you see it support. Look for when it's coming down, then you see it as resistance, right? So I would look for that again. I would look for it to remain true. So we are on top of the 50. That's going to work its way up pretty sharply, a lot faster. The faster moving, I think, indicator than the dynamic reactor, especially on the daily time frame. You can see how it stays closer to the price action. So that's going to, you might have an additional piece of confluence there as time goes on. So keep an eye on that. If you miss the move, don't get upset. It's okay. A lot of times these things pull back when there's a bad day, right? Something happens in the markets that shakes it out a little bit, and then you just got to be waiting, all right? So you set your areas of interest, 0.5. You can set a little horizontal level, right? Very simple. This is how you get ahead of it. Just be just above it, set an alert. Probably what Joe had. So it's probably beeping in the background there. You got an alert now. All right, so if price does come back down here, you have an opportunity to get back in at a pretty decent price, and you feel better about this. You feel better about it because you've already seen that it wants to work its way up. You see the trend is up and right now. Higher highs, higher lows. You won't feel bad about getting into a position at 11, we'll say 12 cents. All right, so try to get ahead of it. But that's a couple things for you to look at. Again, very big on price action coming to me. I do not like to buy at resistance. I would be more likely to short. And if this starts to bend down right here, you guys know what you're going to see. What's going to print? Because price action is going up, RSI is going down. What's going to print there? Chat. I'll wait for you. Bearish divergence, right? So keep an eye on that. Definitely keep an eye on that. You're at a very significant area of resistance here. So That's what I'm looking at on Doge. I'm gonna pass it back. Who's up? Who's the next contestant on The Price is Right? Is it it's Joe, right? Over to Joe.
Awesome.
Go.
All right. So this is one of the VIP charts. So if
Uh-oh.
y'all want to take this,
This-
of course, not financial advice. So just gonna give you a heads up on that. This one, it entered our buy zone. Now, very important whenever you're entering trades, you have to take into account the market cap. If it's a low market cap, which this is, the price can move up very fast. It can also move down very fast. Not only that, but these tend to move faster than larger market cap coins. However, you need people to buy from and people to sell to. So if there's low liquidity, low volume, you might sit in this for a while. So just kind of give you a heads up on that. This one, it entered our buy zone. I believe it was yesterday or today. My days get mixed up. That's why I need people to remind me of instances like this. Like, Joe, we're on tonight. It's like, oh, thanks, man. I don't know what day it is. But this is what we did. Now, you always want to be very careful, and especially because this is such a low market cap. What we want is to do 25% at the current price so that we can see if the price comes up, gets out of this zone, does a retrace, because price needs to go up and retrace. Then once it breaks this level, also known as a break of structure or a change of character, it's just fancy words for breaking a resistance. Once it breaks the level, then you enter 75% because now this is showing us that it's gaining strength. Our targets, now look at our stop loss. Our stop loss is super tight. This is what we do in the group. Stop loss is super tight. Do you want a 15, 20%? Yes, you can have it, but I don't recommend it because, again, they can go up and down very fast. Just wait for the next level. Set alerts. And then these are the targets up here. So you're welcome. If this hits, great. If it doesn't, well, you only lost 4% of 25% of your investment. Otherwise, if you were doing $100, you would only lose 4% of $25. Not bad. So risk management is extremely important, and that's all I got.
Cool. Pass it on over to FD, man. We'll wrap this up here soon.
Okay, yeah, cool, man. So I mean, a lot of people, I haven't been hearing a lot of people talking about Chainlink. Maybe a few people here and there, but I mean, Chainlink, it hasn't been moving too much, but it's been respecting this line that I drew. I think it was in September. Yeah, September 4th. Not that I just extrapolated it up, and it's been respecting. So it started at the beginning of August, came back up September, the beginning of September, the beginning of October. So we're just following this upward sloping trend line right now. And, sometimes I just step back and I say, okay, I'm going to keep it basic, keep it simple. We haven't broke this. This is a 3-month uptrend, a 3-month upward sloping trend line that I'm, just going to continue to look at. So now we are getting above this horizontal level. Looks like we're trying to get above this horizontal level at about $11.10. If we just continue along this structure, continue along this path, we can probably get back up to this $12.75, going up to that $13 level. But we do seem like we're holding the 50-day SMA as support. We have the 100-day coming down as resistance, so we'll probably get a little bit of more resistance in this area here at about $11.25, $11.30. But then again, if you look at this 200-day simple moving average, so as that price is coming up, this is going to start curving down. So that's just bringing more confluence to us doing this, and potentially meeting at this area here at about this $12.75 to $13 area. So these just baby steps for Chainlink. This is an OG coin, and a lot of people were very bullish on it. I was very bullish on it last cycle. I thought it was going to a couple $100. I think it got up to like 50. And now we have more coins, more coins, less liquidity. I'll say that. So this one, I don't know how high it could get, but when it comes to the technicals, if you are doing Chainlink, it doesn't have a lot of those scam wicks. So I was talking to Alex O yesterday over on my channel, and we were talking about trading. And he was saying, like, I keep my charts simplified. And I say, yeah, I keep my charts very simplified, and I only trade the instruments that work well with my strategy. And Chainlink is one that I haven't really traded that much, but it doesn't have that much of these scam wicks, these super crazy moves up and down. It's crypto, so of course it goes up and down a lot. But for the most part, it respects levels very well. And when it's in the uptrend, a macro uptrend, it just seems like it will keep respecting that. So this is one that is on my radar. So if we can come up, keep this, we'll break this 100-day as it's coming down. I'll probably stay locked and loaded in, and possibly try to ride that up to about $13 and reassess from there. But Chainlink as an investment, I still think it's the leader in like the Oracle space for crypto, and I do use that sometimes in my Confluence when I'm trading with it to see if it can turn into a longer term swing trade, i.e. investment. Because a lot of these, I think it was like 2 or 3 coins last bull run that turned into investments. They meant to be like shorter term trades, but they went up. They were respecting, and as they kept going up, I could just see different levels of I'll get out here, and it never came back down. So it just obviously turn into an investment or a longer term swing trade. So I think Chainlink is one of those ones where you can leverage invest. And this is not financial advice. You have to kind of know how the market works, how to trade. But 2-3 leverage position on this, I think you can let it ride with your liquidation price being pretty low. So I'll be keeping my eye on Chainlink, and I might actually take my own advice and open somewhat of a leverage swing position here.
There you go, man. Dropping all kinds of alpha FD. Joe's sharing some VIP over here, man. You guys are getting a treat tonight for sure. LBC's
we can't get out of here, man, until I see Joe, man. I hit Joe up last week because me and Joe been meaning to work together for a while. So I hit Joe up last week, like, man, you got to come on the channel. And Joe, he comes, he gives you no nonsense TA, no nonsense content creator. You go to his 3 o'clock stream. Make sure you go to his 3 o'clock stream, 3 p.m. Eastern time. Is it every Monday through Friday?
7 days a week, Monday through Monday.
Monday. See, okay. Nobody, like, come on, man. The work ethic is there. Obviously he's showing you these things. He also comes to the Piper Academy Discord, drops some fire in there. So if you're not following Joe, if you're not following Trade Intuition, I don't know what you're doing. You're doing yourself a disservice. He's a great guy, great TA, and he's just good for the space. And that's why I needed him to get on the channel. So shout out to Joe, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man.
Dude,
if you're not part of the Discord, guys, I mean, there is so much alpha in the Discord, and super cheap too. So I strongly recommend you join, of course, Piper Academy Discord. It's a great place, and you get to hang out with all the guys. So good place.
I don't think I'm in your Discord, man. I think I'm gonna have to get over there.
Oh no, I don't have a Discord for Piper Academy. I don't like Discord. Only for y'all though.
Okay.
I go into it for y'all.
I got you. Hey, let me bring your channel up real quick, just so you guys can see it. It's gonna be trade and then a dash intuition. All right, so trade dash intuition. That's at YouTube, and then his X account is also in the description below. So definitely go over there. Make sure you sub, turn on notifications so you can catch his content as he drops it, and support Joe, please. Thank you very much. All right. It is that time. We are going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys, everyone, for being here tonight. Definitely appreciate it. RMT, what's up, dude? I see you showing up here. I was just showing. I was showing some love, man. In the chat at least. I wish I would have known you earlier. Maybe about a month earlier. You would have saved me lots of money. All good, man. But yeah, shout out to everybody here in the chat. We definitely appreciate you guys. As always, if you guys enjoy the content, like, subscribe, and you guys have a good night. Trade safe, and we will see you again. What's today? Is today Thursday or Wednesday? What's today? I don't even know what today is anymore.
This is it. Yeah, this is it, man. So
is this Thursday?
We'll see everybody Monday.
All right. Sorry. I mean, I work nights. I don't even know where I'm at half the time. And surprise, it's Thursday. It's a weekend. So I'll see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend. With that, we're out of here.
See ya.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why they say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some